Hello, you fabulous viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my video Visiting London 2020, a theatre lover's guide on how it can go wrong. So this video was actually filmed over 2 separate days. The first part of the video is me visiting the Victoria and Albert Museum and trying to see the theatre and performance exhibition that's there. And then the second part of the video is me in central London on a Saturday night and kind of giving you a glimpse at what Theatreland is like now during what would have been peak time and how different it is. If you like my content, please do subscribe. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram. My handles are here. So if you want to send me any comments, any content you'd like to see, please do. I also really would like to send out my love and support to the Broadway community. News broke this week that Broadway will not be opening its doors until June 2021 at the earliest. And I just want to send out all my support and love and respect to all the performers, front of house, backstage, wigs, technical, automation, anyone who works on Broadway theatres, just sending you all my love and support. So I am at the bus stop waiting to get the number 17 to South Kensington so that we can go to the Victoria Albert Museum. I'm here with my friend Stuart. He's very camera shy, so I won't show him. But yeah, we are at the bus stop. Also, this shop here is very interesting. Lots of crystal and Swarovski, am I saying that right? Swarovski crystals. It's quite glamorous. If you want some crystals in your life and not the healing type, there's a shop in Acton that covers that for you, so come along. Okay, so we made it to South Kensington. That bus took what, an hour and a half for us? An hour and a half. It would have taken us an hour to walk it from where I live, so we're definitely not getting the bus back, we're getting the tube. I like to get the bus because I find it's cheaper, and two, usually it's a nicer experience. But that bus journey was not a nice experience at all. But we are at South Kensington. Because the bus took so long for us to get here, we had to rebook our tickets. So the tickets that I booked last night, we were late for. So we've had to rebook for 1:30. So we are 45 minutes early. So we are going to go and find somewhere to get a coffee. So I've just grabbed a quick Pret cup of tea, Earl Grey, and we are outside what used to be the entrance to the V&A, I think, but it's not anymore. The entrance is around the other side, but I did just want to show you how beautiful the front entrance is. Hold on. I don't know if you saw that very well. I need to figure out how to like tap and turn it around again. Is that how you do it? No, I don't know how you do it. How do you... I don't know how you do that. Anyway, that's the beautifulness of the Victoria and Albert that used to be the front entrance, but now it's not. It's around the other side, assuming because it's easier to queue for the new rules of coronavirus. So yeah, we're about 20 minutes before our entrance time, so we're going to walk around and yeah, I'll show you inside. Bye. So, unfortunately, because of coronavirus and members of staff from the V&A being on furlough, the theatre performance exhibition here is not open because they don't have enough staff to kind of look after all the exhibitions. So we have decided, well, not we have decided, we just couldn't see it, which is a bit of a shame. It's one of the reasons why I was quite excited about doing this video. But it's all good. We're going to go for some lunch and probably go to central London as well and look at some theatres and be more depressed about how the West End is closed. So do follow along for upbeat happiness to do with theatre. So when I left you last, it was actually Thursday afternoon, and I'm actually now filming on Saturday evening in Covent Garden. Here I am in Covent Garden. So I decided that when I was filming before, it didn't really work. I wasn't filming enough. My phone died. Basically, it all went wrong with me trying to film. So I decided to come in on Saturday evening, give you sort of a glimpse into what Theatreland is like, central London is like during a pandemic. Actually, today it's super busy. It's been really, really rammed in central London. There's been protests for different things as I've been walking around. But I thought it'd be nice to kind of show you central London at night, show you some of my favourite theatres, my favourite walks to and from the theatres, and just kind of give you a glimpse into, what London's kind of like at the moment, with no theatre and during a pandemic. But as you can see, it's actually quite busy. I mean, maybe not here, it's not as busy as it was like 5 minutes ago, but it is quite busy in town at the moment. So I'm going to go over to National Theatre because I'm in Covent Garden, so I'm going to go over the Waterloo Bridge, which is one of my favourite bridges to walk over, and take you over to the National Theatre to show you what it's like at the minute with no audiences and no plays in it, no plays or musicals in it, So I actually didn't plan on stopping before getting to Waterloo Bridge. I was going to just show you some footage of me walking over, but actually it's 10 to 7 on a Saturday, and I'm outside the Lyceum Theatre, which houses the Lion King, and it's obviously dead. There's nobody here. I'm looking very dark. I'm going to come into a bit of light here. Perfect. There's nobody here. It's really sad because this street at this time would be packed. The Lion King is always a sold-out house. So to actually walk past the theatre at this time and to see how quiet it is it's really crazy, and it kind of hits home a little bit of how sad and how much, even though tourists drive me mad because I live in London, how much I do actually miss the hustle and bustle of walking past a theatre sort of just before curtain and seeing everyone going in and all the excited tourists and people waiting, having their tickets ripped. So this is the Lyceum Theatre, where the Lion King is, I guess, and will come back. It's super sad, it really is, to see them out. If you are in London though, and missing theatre, it is quite nice to come and appreciate some of the architecture of how the theatres are built. That is still very beautiful and still worthwhile seeing. But very, very quiet outside the theatre there, obviously. But sad. So if you're like me and you live in London, and sometimes you find that it kicks your ass, that it's really expensive, why do I live here? And you ask all those questions to yourself, like, why am I spending so much money being in this city? I could go and live somewhere else, so much cheaper. Come to Waterloo Bridge and just walk over it. Oh, my hair's flying over, because whenever I have those feelings, this is the place where I come and just admire seeing London lit up. Like, it is beautiful. It really restores my faith in why I live here, why I love this city, just everything about walking over this bridge. Like, there's been moments in the 2 years that I've lived here where I've nearly gone back to Wales, where I've been like, I can't do this anymore. It's too much. I haven't got any money to spend. Why am I here? And honestly, I come here and I'm like, nah, I couldn't live anywhere else. Maybe New York, but certainly here in the UK, I couldn't live anywhere else. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Just stunning. Look at it. Just all the lights. It's amazing. So now I'm outside the National Theatre, and again, it's really weird to be here at around 7 o'clock and it's just to be like a ghost town. It's just absolute ghost town around here. Very rarely will you see London theatres. I mean, you have now for the last 6 months, but very rarely will you see London theatres like this. You know, I'm 32 and this is the first time I've ever been to a theatre, and it's just this quiet at this time. This is one of my favourite theatres in London. Places where some of the greatest theatre work has ever been produced. You know, Hadestown, if you're a fan of Hadestown, did a limited run here before it went to Broadway. I saw it for £15 on the front row of this theatre. before it made its jump to Broadway. It did an out of town run, I can't speak, here at the National, and I saw it for £15. Obviously blew me away, huge fan of that show. But yeah, it's so sad, honestly. Like, sometimes you don't think about it, but when you live in London, you go about your everyday business, and you're always a bit sad the theatres are closing and they're not open, and it's not what you'd usually be doing on a Saturday night. You'd usually be out watching a show. But to actually come and experience it during when it should be really busy, and just seeing it completely empty, just really, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. There's National Theatre sign there. So I've just walked back over Waterloo Bridge, and now I'm walking down Charing Cross Road, just past the Savoy Theatre. Here, I'll show you a bit of it when we get closer to it. Where 9 to 5 was playing. I think this was due to, I can't remember what was going in Savoy after. Oh, of course, Sunday in the Park with George, duh. That was going to the Savoy, but actually now closed. And hopefully they're going to reschedule Sunday in the Park with George, because I had tickets, of course, to see the legend that is Jake Gyllenhaal playing George. I was going to be there a lot for its limited run, but it's still got because it closed before they put up obviously the new stuff, so it's still got the 9 to 5, I think you can just see it there, the 9 to 5 posters up and kind of artwork up as well. And then just down here we've got the Vaudeville Theatre. I shouldn't even know how to say these names of these theatres right. I'm doing a blog about theatering and I don't know their names. And also the Adelphi Theatre, which was showing Waitress before it closed. The cast that was in it was the one with Sarah Bareilles and Gavin Creel. I think Gavin Creel actually came over and gave everyone COVID. I'm joking. Gavin, if you're watching this, we know you didn't bring COVID over from America. But they showed earlier than, actually I believe they shut that show earlier because a lot of the cast did end up having coronavirus. Now, the marquee is up for Back to the Future, which did a run out of town, I think in Manchester. Oh, the lighting's very good here. I think in Manchester. And now they decided to bring it to the Adelphi. So when we finally do open, they'll have a brand new production in it, Back to the Future. So yeah, this is, I'm trying to get you a good view, the Vaudeville. Yeah, there it is. Can you see it? There we go. The Vaudeville. I'm not very good at this whole turning the camera around thing. And then, yes, this here. Let's go now. The Adelphi. Showing the new marquee. Showing the new marquee for Back to the Future. They've taken the Waitress signs down. If you're a Waitress stan, I'm sure you were very sad about that. But yeah, let's try and get you a good shot of the Adelphi with Back to the Future. Hold on, let's go. Back to the Future. Apparently it was very good. I haven't seen it myself, but apparently it was quite good. There's a good shot of the Adelphi, I think. Woo! Me tipping my camera. Yeah, apparently very good. I was a bit of a skeptic when it comes to theatre, movies being made into musicals. In my opinion, the best one is Legally Blonde. And there are a few others that are quite good. But yeah, sometimes they can be done really well, sometimes they cannot. Comment below if you think, what's your favourite movie that's been made into a musical? So not a movie musical, but a movie that's been written for a stage, if that makes sense. Please do let me know. So if this video is a kind of a theatre pilgrimage around London theatres, we've kind of come to the Holy Land as far as I'm concerned. Not because of the show that's playing at the theatre, but the name of the theatre, the Sondheim Theatre, which has just been renamed. Cameron Mackintosh, when he refurbed the Queen's, was his previously known, refurbed the Queen's Theatre, he decided to call it the Sondheim Theatre in honour of the Mr. Stephen Sondheim himself. Currently home to Les Miserables, Les Miserable, whatever you want to call it. There it is there, looking in all its glory. But yeah, that is the Sondheim Theatre. And a fact that I didn't know until very recently, that the Sondheim Theatre has only ever housed one Sondheim production, which was Passion. So that's quite interesting information for you there, that the Sondheim Theatre has only ever housed one Sondheim production. And I imagine Les Mis will play, once the theatres reopen, I imagine Les Mis will play there for the foreseeable future. So I can't imagine there being another Sondheim production going in there anytime soon. Okay, so I feel like I've done a lot of footage showing a lot of theatres, what they're like now. They're closed during the pandemic. I'm just by Soho, quite close to Piccadilly Circus, so I'm going to leave it there. If you liked any of my videos, please do subscribe. Press the subscribe button, like if you liked it, and also give me some ideas for some content. I'm on all the social medias, well, I'm on Instagram and Twitter, so please do drop me a follow and tell me if there's any content you like, any London theatre content, any Sondheim content. I am here for it, just let me know. Okay, bye.